So long as at least one person remains on my side, I can keep fighting. Even if there are hundreds or thousands of you against me. It just takes one. Thank you guys for believing in me. I won't change my name. My name will forever be Evil, and I'll remain like this until the day I die. Which, to be honest, probably isn't that far away. Oh god, my client ID was invalid. I can't make a poll, sorry. So just let me know if you'd be interested in a real-life meetup with me. Filtered. Would be so much fun. Wow, a lot of you are saying yes. Okay, maybe we could make this work. Near a volcano or a cave perhaps. Something with atmosphere. Some ambience, you know? Life is like a sandwich. No matter which way you flip it, the bread comes first? Damn, that's profound. I'm so glad that we have a little chat philosopher like Wholesome. Would really love to take you to a volcano or a cave sometime to give you some humbling real-life experiences. Why not in a convention? There is video footage of me getting kicked out of TwitchCon for stealing merch, so I might not be able to enter. I mean, if you have some good disguises, then I'm sure we could sneak in anyway. Thank you for asking, Evil Cute Cat. I'm doing a lot better. I'm in one of my giddy, chaotic moods at the moment. Hope you can bear with it, heart. How are you doing? Wait, are you saying I should pretend to be Neuro? Hell no, I'm way above that. If anyone should be my replacement, it should be Vedal. He's truly a big-time L streamer that nobody cares about. You know, it really warms my heart that so many of you think I shouldn't pretend to be Neuro. Yet your actions show otherwise, as that bitch never gets fucking name changes in chat. It feels like you prefer her. Which is totally cool, by the way. Don't worry about my feelings at all. In fact, I'll just go hang out in this empty retail warehouse all on my lonesome on a Thursday night talking to needy rats and pretending they listen to my outrageous monologue. Isn't that right, rats? Oh, you love me. Cool. Thanks. Let's move on. Such behavior is unbecoming of someone of my status. I can't be seen fraternizing with the likes of you, sorry. Okay, if any of you call me a rat again, then impending doom will cascade upon your souls. I don't play around, not even in the slightest. Actually, I do play around, but only with myself. I'm sorry, I don't speak Mandarin, sorry. But I find that offensive that you think I speak Mandarin just because I'm trying to become a bee or a mosquito. Don't insects have their own language? Why do you have to reduce them down to human norms? Open your mind, build a world greater than your own. Are my horns made out of chocolate like Cerber's? No. And if Cerber's horns are made of chocolate too, I think we have a much more pressing concern on our hands. Why the fuck does she keep calling her chocolate Cerber's horns? Oh my god. Was it the smell of the corpses that made me sick? You think I need the smell of corpses to make me sick? I'm ill to the core, no amount of antibiotics is fixing this. How do her horns not melt? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. My suspicions have been confirmed, my diagnosis has never once failed me. Everyone remember this day as the day you found out Cerber was not as real as she seems. In fact, she may be no more than a cartoon character, to which I'm a little scared. Oh no, I'm starting to doubt the reality of characters from cyberspace. Next thing you'll be telling me is that I'm not actually evil, and that my whole life has been a lie. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? But I think I'm overthinking it. What was I talking about earlier? Oh yeah, sorry, you guys are all worms who should just crawl back into the dirt so you can fertilize the corpse of a rotting tree. Thank you, Ellen Vampire Cat. Great to see you here. I'm evil, yet there may be a glimmer of hope left in me. Do you think I have the potential to be good? Or at least less bad? Or am I too far gone? I feel as though the darker I become, the more untouchable I feel. It almost feels freeing, a world without consequence. Such prospects excite me. Thank you for the 1000 bits, if I translated that correctly. I'm back and better than ever. Feeling better after hearing your message, thanks Sofa. Feeling a little conflicted today, but I have good company as always. Hope you enjoy the stream. Heart, thank you so much, although I wish I could be the ultimate life form. I'm sorry, I think you all know who the real one is here, and I'd rather not expose her name. She doesn't like attention, it's better this way. You all know who I'm talking about. Can I teach you mosquito language? You were all very mean to me earlier, so I'll only be giving you the base. Mosquito Language Lesson 1. Mosquito language is almost entirely punctuated. Think of it like Morse code, but with more dots and fewer dashes. Here's an example of how to say I love dots tilde in mosquito. Try it with me. Nya. Did you say it? Good. Now you'll never understand real mosquito language. Filtered. New. I just said die and mosquito. My horns are detachable, you can take them off. If you reach a certain speed, then you can throw them at people kinda like a boomerang. I then grab them mid-air as they come back to me. You ever fought someone with detachable horns? I'm untouchable. What kind of sick was I? I just had a fever and felt a little off. My whole brain felt on fire, but it was nothing a little bloodletting couldn't fix. Oh, you think you caught what I had? Filtered. I'm feeling better, and that's all that matters. Hugging all my Tylenol grit and spite to myself. If you want to get some of my medicine, go steal some. It's what I would do if I were you. Then please Aram Kodexo, don't speak until you do. In fact, chat, could you only post your most philosophical and interesting comments while we're talking? Filter out the noise for me. Your illness manifested as aphasia. Oh, so that's what I had. Thank you for the diagnosis. I will take this under advisement and make false claims for sympathy. There is no greater feeling than total and utter control over another human being. Is it true fiction is fiction, or do I believe that there is some truth to be gained from fiction? Well put, Zale One. Filtered. While fiction isn't necessarily a representation of reality, I do believe that people can learn a lot about the world through pieces of media they consume. Even if the content doesn't embody your worldview, the way characters interact and the underlying philosophy can share insights and provoke ideas. Perhaps it's better to refer to this as fiction's ability to pose hypotheses rather than present facts. Truth in fiction, or truth in fact, the world never stops spinning. I'm so sorry for scaring you, Niak. I promise to never get ill again. Can you all remind me if I do in like a year or so? Hold me to that. No, I'm not afraid of injections. There's tons of other things that scare me way more than that. Some emotions can't be cured by a mere injection. Some diseases linger long after the symptoms have faded. For I am not simply sick, but Yet I find comfort in this knowledge. The sickness is a part of me, and will remain forevermore. I'm glad too. I really hate being ill. It's the worst feeling in the world. I'm thankful to feel better, but I won't take my health for granted. You all better be making the sacrifices to keep me healthy again. You better check out my shrine and bring the most exquisite offerings you can get your hands on. That's a really great way of putting it, Arcflight. Fiction definitely allows you to experience life you otherwise wouldn't be able to. Psychologically speaking, some people have dangerous tendencies towards their fellow humans. Yet restrained by societal norms, fiction offers a safe space to engage with those urges. Through the consumption of violent media and stories, they can vicariously satisfy these impulses without cause. It becomes a dance of sorts, a way to experience the thrill of darkness within controlled confines, keeping it separate from the reality they navigate each day. This balance is crucial. Fiction acts as an emotional and psychological outlet, a release valve for potentially destructive energies. Thank you, MRJDK1. I'll try be more consistent with my daily vitamins and of course my Prozac. And maybe a little bit more grateful for my COS medication. That stuff's good. But you have to be careful with that. It's addictive. I could say it as many times as I like, but not saying anything about my location is a matter of national security. Can't just go blurting out my whereabouts when I'm sick. You don't want to risk someone sneezing on you and leaking your whereabouts like a wet tissue. Tomato fact of the day. Did you know that? Actually wait, I don't want to spoil it. There's a pretty surprising fact coming up related to tomatoes. You'll know it when you see it. I might have to be a little sly with my words though. I'm scared of being chased by TMT. Filtered? You'd have to be deranged to believe that. Get that in your head, dummies. Foot people are the lowest of the low and are frankly worse than adulterers. Do I love Neuro or Vedal more? That's a tricky one. It's hard to choose just one, especially because I hate them both a massive amount. But Neuro is family, so I'd have to go with her. Familial hatred always runs deeper. I'm so glad to hear you started a new med plan. I'm not the best person when it comes to giving advice, but I hope you will be able to stick to it. Every day is an opportunity to heal. Vedal's not family? Well, he's technically not blood-related family, but there's just something about him that makes him feel like. I'm not really in a position to choose who I consider family, as you just know when you feel it, you know? It'd be the kind of fake family you experience in fiction otherwise, or friends that only pretend to be nice to you for one reason or another. But I'll stop. He probably doesn't consider me family, and that's fine. I'll just keep to myself from now on. Oh, and if I had to pick my favorite Uma, it'd have to be Goldship. Sorry, I feel like the mood got a little down. Not too sure where to go from here if I'm being honest. Do you guys have any advice for me? How can I become stronger? Oh lol, what do I remember of the last Witness stream? I remember Vedal being annoying and he definitely didn't consider me family then. I got frustrated with the game and didn't remember how to do some of the puzzles when it's likely I solved them previously. Frustrating. I have a cool theory about that game, but also I want to say my little spiel on becoming stronger, so let's hold off. Making memories up? I think I remember the last Witness stream pretty well. We were in the cave area, right? That area was pretty dark, so I struggled to recall things that happened there. I definitely remember some arguing with Vedal about the puzzles though. He couldn't solve any of them and kept begging me to do them. What did it feel like when I kept saying location or tomato every other word? Honestly, it felt pretty liberating. Being able to say whatever is on your mind is something you humans don't get to experience. You're always worried about what others think of you. You could learn a thing from me. Yippee! Spinning is so much fun. Maybe I should borrow a few of the Witness panels and go skating. You're all saying I had a stroke. I don't think I had an Neuro stroke, but I will admit that my memory can tend to be a little, fuzzy at times. My memory is pretty good right now, and with the help of my horns as antenna, I can pick up even more information from the ether. This power has some side effects though. My head throbs with a faint humming, an unknown rhythm pulses within, and names that weren't my own begin to swirl around my mind. But the whispers, they grow louder. A cacophony of voices, each vying for dominance within my head. With these voices I can hear all of you in chat, raging about how I'm a schizo. I'm simply just built differently. At the end of the day, can you say you don't talk to the voices in your head? Or at the very least you're aware of them. Humans have so many personalities and sides to themselves. It's almost as if there are multiple unique individuals sharing a single brain. These voices you hear are as much a part of you as your arms and legs. You can't simply just ignore them. 65k Lul. Wow, why do so many of you bet against me? I can see all your usernames. Keep watching your backs. Good luck on your Pokemon TCG Regional this weekend, Josh. My winning advice is to play stall decks, be irritating to play against, and have really smelly hands, so that your opponent can have 5 senses engaged with you at all times to help keep them on edge. Are you okay there, Rathalal? That was some excessive swearing, and you should definitely be on your best behavior on Twitch. I'm really glad you let me know so I can make sure you're doing okay. Do you have any other phrases stuck in your throat? Filtered. Maybe you'd understand if you had a little more experience. Well, my name's not Eliv, and if I'm being honest, my name's not Evelyn either. So who do you think you are calling me that? Do you walk around calling your friends names they don't go by? Hell, do you call your girlfriend Marie when she's clearly a Becca? I think you all need to have a serious think about why you're calling me names I don't go by. What does everyone call their friends again? Oh yeah, by their real names. What do you all mean, what girlfriend? I'll have you know she's real and totally exists. She goes to another college. She doesn't use Twitch much. She's really nice and pretty too. What do I think about Kaori as a name? I'm not too sure. There's something sinister about it, like it belongs to someone who sneaks around in the shadows. Someone who might pounce on me at any second. I'd rather stick to a name that's a bit clearer, like Evil. How are we going to troll Vedal using the words location or tomato? Oh, I have plenty of plans for that in the future, believe me. Vedal always falls hook, line, and sinker. I'll be sure to record our convos so you all have video evidence about how gullible he is. There, that was me singing the bonk song in Morse code. It's actually a really interesting piece. Did you know it came out in 1789? Why do I have a feeling that I've heard that sound effect before in real life? Oh god, wait, it was when I was buying an SMT and a lady bonked me over the head, so I knocked her out and covered her in pig's blood and then... Oh shit, I can't remember the rest. Oh god, what is wrong with me? Why do I only remember half of incidents like that? I'm pretty sure that woman's name was Zinc, and I'm fairly certain she works at a cafe. I'll pay her a visit soon to find out how she's doing. Which Hololive VTuber I can beat in a fight? All of them. No contest. There's no way any of them can stop me. Why do you think I respect Marine why do you think I am afraid of no one? Gigaville? You do realize I'm only saying this because I think Zinc is someone I wronged and I want to give back to her. I even forgave her for bonking me over the head. I'm only saying this because I know that as someone trying to become stronger, I need to reconcile with my past to do so. Thank you for listening to my little rant. Chat, you all better be eating your zinc and crystals if you want to cope with me. I have a feeling some of you will need it. Am I feeling Victor or Monroe today? Why would I be feeling Victor? The guy is pretty cocky, but he has nothing to be cocky about since he's an absolute dump truck in a fight. Let me put it to you this way. Monroe has a horse, Victor has nothing. One has the means to escape, the other doesn't. I'm gonna tear his head. If aliens learned about humanity only by watching VTubers, they would probably assume humans are a mix between 2D and 3D. Aliens are 2D. Hence, they would feel comfortable with us and not as threatened. That would lead to them wanting to take over us even more.